Hi, I'm Angela, and this is Parisienne Farmgirl. Welcome to my channel. If you're brand new here, why don't you subscribe? That's very, very easy. And of course, everyone give a thumbs up because that's apparently very important to YouTube. I'm assuming since you clicked on this video that you and I are kindred spirits. We're probably soulmates, and you are so excited about the season that is right around the corner where we get to have gardening dirt underneath our fingernails. Now, as you know, this year I'm taking you week by week through the Potager. So I've shared with you week 1, and that was right around New Year's, and I shared with you my desire to learn to paint this year. So that is something that I am continuing to explore. But for now, it is time to finally pull the trigger on the David Austin shopping cart to order those first few seeds like cauliflower and broccoli and peas, and to take a tour around the Potager and remind myself what is going on beneath this blanket of snow. Of course, you should follow me over on Instagram because that's where you and I can hang out every single day. It's a beautiful day here in Door County this January, and I hope that this video brings you much inspiration for your gardening season. There's always something to do in the garden, no matter where you live and no matter what the season. Some of you may be in the throes of spring in January, and others, like me, may still be under a blanket of nitrogen-filled snow. The fun is just about to begin for me, and that means finally placing my rose order. After months of procrastination, I've been sitting here with a shopping cart full of beautiful David Austin roses, and I did it. I finally placed my order, and I am ordering my seeds of broccoli and peas and cabbage and onions so I can have them all started by the end of the month, maybe into the middle of February, and that's okay if I'm a little late and I don't get them going until February because we're pretty far north. It's actually zone 5B, and spring always comes later than I think it will. I am envying my British friends this time of year when I see your spring gardens beginning to awaken. There's something to do in the garden no matter what zone you live in, even in the month of January. In zones 3 and 4, you can check your seed starting system, check your trays, make sure all your seeds are ordered, get everything ready to go. If you live in zone 6, this is the perfect time to start planting your cabbages and onions. The same for zone 7, except my friends in zone 7, you can even start your herbs, and that makes me super jealous. My friends in Zone 8 will want to begin to harden off their winter crops, and in Zone 9, now is the time to direct sow your beets and carrots, lettuces, and more. And last but not least, if you live in Zone 7, this is the time to set out your spring crop transplants and keep them watered often in the heat. Now, for more on all the different zones and what you can be doing in January, be sure to visit ParisienneFarmgirl.com. I'm keeping my personal commitment to myself to bring art into my gardening experience. Now, at this point, I really have no knowledge of technique, and I don't quite have the time to pursue that as I'd like to. So I'm turning to a few master gardeners and artists for inspiration. Of course, Beatrix Potter and Tasha Tudor is always there to inspire me to be a better gardener and a better artist. And even in her gentleness, I find that she encourages me to be a better mother. Right now, I'm also turning to Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, as the artwork in this book is a great place for me to begin, even just by copying. The mottos and poems and musings in this book help me to appreciate each month in its uniqueness, and the passion expressed here is especially appreciated as I continue to train myself to surrender to and appreciate winter and all of its beauty. Whether it's a bunch of thyme peeking out from beneath the snow, or it's the rosemary in the greenhouse offering me the sweetest little purple bloom in January, the garden is always giving. I'll see you very soon for week 3 of this Potager series. In the meantime, you should watch this first video on how we created the garden out of nothing, and then you should watch this one because it's really beautiful and it shows us shutting down the garden before the first snow. And of course, subscribe to the channel. A bientôt!